Hi, you guys. How's it going? We spent a lot of time talking about the job interviews, and so now I want to take a step back and it's like, well, Jeff, that's great. Uh, how do I get the interview? Right? So I want to focus on some resume writing skills. I'll attach stuff to links for articles I've written so you can literally see a breakdown. Uh, this one, I want to talk a little bit more about LinkedIn. Um, People are not using this tool correctly. And I think part of it is um, people were never coached or they weren't aware of how to use this tool. And another piece of it is just common sense. And I think a little bit of common sense has been lost in this platform. And so I want to talk a little bit about how we're using it and how to use it. So how we're using it is I'm finding that a lot of people are using this tool as a self-serving tool. So it's a reach out that is either look at my resume, help me, or I have this product offering, would you like it? Instead of doing it up front, hey, I saw this cool article, you should take a look, it might help your business. Or I saw that you have a job posted for this specific job. My friend Sue would be an awesome fit. Let me see if I can connect the two of you to connect. She might be a good fit for the job. Let me bring in a crazy, ridiculous, funny example that I had recently. I reached out to basically one of the co-founders of Norwex. Norwex are these amazing, environmentally friendly cleaning products, right? Not my space at all, not my space to be giving advice to anybody, but I used one of their microfiber cloths to clean my computer screen, and I thought, oh my God, this is the cleanest my computer screen has ever looked. And so I reached out to that person to make a connection, and I said basically, this would be a great offering when you get your package with a laptop. So it comes in that box, and I said, you guys should promote and try and get these little cloths in the laptops when you get them, because everybody would use them because they work so well. They're so awesome, and you should give them away for free just for branding. I don't want anything out of this. I just thought I'd share. And so what I did was I was making a connection and sharing an idea. I wasn't trying to gain anything out of the relationship other than basically posing something that I thought would be cool and something that maybe this person could use as a business idea. Now that is a stretch, right? This is a co-founder of a multi-million-dollar company who has probably already thought of this idea or been pitched this idea, but that was the way that I introduced myself, was by presenting something, giving an offering. But that's not the way LinkedIn's being used. It's being used as a give me, help me, here's what I have. And I think we need to get away from that and provide a lot of offerings on LinkedIn. So a couple ways that you can go about that are, again, the initial reach out. If it's somebody you really want to meet or get an introduction to, especially if they're a recruiter or a hiring manager in a company that you're trying to get a job at, send them an offering first. Hey, Bob, I saw this amazing article on this new artificial intelligence in the cloud space, and it applies directly to your business. Take a look, just wanted to share. I thought it was a great match for your profile and what you're doing. And then eventually over time, maybe you send Bob a couple of articles, and then maybe the third reach out is, hey Bob, I hope you like the articles I sent. I also wanted to share my resume with you. It looks to be a fit for these roles, A, B, and C, that you're likely hiring for at your company and are in your direct space. If you had any interest, I would love for you to send it on to the recruiter or take a look. You've done this great intro because you didn't go in a self-serving mode. You went in and you offered something first, and then that person is going to be way more likely to help you because you didn't just come in and expect something in return. And so my commentary to a lot of people on LinkedIn and a lot of people in my LinkedIn network is that this is the way they reached out and said, hey Jeff, you're at Google, here's my resume, find me a job. And that approach didn't work, and it wasn't something that I spent time doing because I didn't have the time, because I received so many resumes on a weekly basis that shouldn't have been targeted towards me, and they were people that I wasn't going to be able to help without a lot of effort, and the days were long already. So it's just about it's kind of an upfront of understanding the tool, and then as you're growing your network on LinkedIn, just be very strategic, be very thoughtful. If you're looking for a job, the way you network in and make connections should be very specific. So definitely use Boolean. Let's use Google, for example. Let's say you want to be a cloud engineer at Google. You should go into the search on LinkedIn and type in recruiter and in caps, cloud, and in caps, Google. And what you'll likely find is you'll likely pull up recruiters recruiting engineers in the cloud space. And then you'll want to figure out the best methodology for reaching out to them. Typically, it's a good article, it's some good insight. This one sounds crazy, but people appreciate it. Sometimes people have errors on their LinkedIn page. Maybe the dates look off, or there's a spelling error, or anything else, and you can just write, hey, sharing is caring, but it looks like you had this small error on LinkedIn. People have reached out and helped me with this before, so I wanted to pay it forward. It is a simple, small gesture. It's not an obnoxious gesture. It's something where you're trying to help somebody. So these little tips and tricks can be extremely beneficial, but when you think about LinkedIn and you think about the platform, be thinking, am I taking or am I giving? And it's okay to give, and then want to take a little bit, but all the taking and self-serving and expecting something for nothing, it usually doesn't yield results. And most of the people who have thrown their resume out there or have tried to network with people and only wanted to take, it hasn't really worked. And this does apply to people who are offering a service as well. You know, it's nice to offer a service on LinkedIn and connect with people, and you are providing value, but it does start off as a little bit self-serving. So you just need to think about the angle and approach you're taking when marketing yourself in that way, because it can turn off potential clients depending on your messaging and depending on how you're putting yourself out there. I know that this is a little long-winded, but LinkedIn can be a very valuable tool. I can tell you my personal story. I was part of a layoff at the end of 2009, and LinkedIn was literally the way I went about my job search, and I did it all through positive networking and all in the offering manner. And it ended up yielding me a job after some time because of a bad economy. But you know, that was my approach, and it really worked. And ever since then, I've realized that this offering, giving approach on LinkedIn has been really successful for me. Good luck. Again, I know that this was a little long, but think of LinkedIn as a tool where you give first and receive second. Thanks.